Can you please open your books, page 191?
Do I do the presentation in the end of the session?
Just check whether we solved page 191 or not, and you will start the presentation right away. Come on, guys, answer me. Did you do page 191 or not?
191, we did it. We did it, teacher. 199, 191.
Okay. So where did we stop last time? $188. So 189 then. Vowels before R, we solved that. Okay, Muhammad, you may start your presentation now until your friends join us. Can you share your screen?
Already... No, teacher, you share the screen because I sent it to you in the email. Remember?
Muhammad, this one, Muhammad?
Yes.
Oh, presentation number 26. That's great. Okay, Muhammad, you may start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're talking about positive phrases by Muhammad Lethabi. Let's get started. Using a positive phrases. An appositive is a noun or a pronoun placed after another noun or pronoun to identify, rename, or explain the preceding word. An appositive phrase is noun or pronoun with modifiers. It is placed next to noun or pronoun and adds information or details. An appositive provides information about a noun or a pronoun. In this example, the appositive Mr. Ahmed gives more information about my teacher. My teacher, Mr. Ahmed, gives too much presentations. Like that, we have here my teacher. I'm talking about my teacher and I'm describing him or renaming him as Mr. Ahmed. His name is Mr. Ahmed. And the subject gives too much presentation. Here I'm describing what he gives us or like do for us. And let's go to the next page, teacher.
Okay.
An appositive phrase also provides information about a noun or a pronoun. It includes an adjective or an adjective phrase. In the example, Nasser older brothers adds more information about Mish'al. Mish'al, Nasser's older brother, really likes video games. Show that you can use and understand the positive phrases like that. And then we have here, Mish'al is what's it called? It's the subject and he's like the older brother of Nasser. And he's modifying, and I mean what you call the Nasser older brother is what you
Modify.
called describes modifies Mish'al as the older brother and tells what he really likes.
Great, Muhammad. Very good.
And thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. So simply you have two nouns. The first one, which is Mishal, okay, and then we are adding something that we call extra information. Extra information about him to just identify him. Like Mishal, Nasser's older brother. So who is Mishal? He is Nasser's older brother. So Mishal is older than Nasser. So we just added the second phrase here, the above phrase, Nasser's older brother, in order to add information about Mishal, right?
Yeah, it gives
That's,
more information about Mish'al.
that's
If
good.
you said like Mish'al really likes very video game, we can say also Mish'al Nasser's older brother really like video games. You might be do not know Mish'al, but you know Nasser, so like
Yeah.
that. And
So,
then we say Nasser's older brother really like video games.
so what you mean here with that, we can ellipse this from the sentence, and still the sentence will make sense. If we said Mishal really likes video games, that's correct sentence. So we just added Nasser, the older brother, because it adds more information about the subject, about the first noun. Yet these extra information can be ellipsed. And because they can be ellipsed, that's why you find all of that we use the two commas between them. So while giving extra information in a sentence, you must include that between two commas, because those two commas tell the reader that this is extra information. You can ellipse it from the
And
sentence, the sentence still makes sense. Yes, Muhammad?
this example I take it from real life about
Yeah.
Mish'al and Nasser. Mish'al is my uncle and Nasser is my father.
Oh, that's great. And also the first example was
Yeah,
from life that Mr.
yeah. And they were playing all of the day, like before like 10 years, 20 years. There was like something called Sega. They were playing.
Yeah, I
The
know.
one,
Siga,
and the
yeah.
one who won, the one who won buys ice cream for the another. Like
Ah, that,
sometimes my father won, and then Mish'al, my uncle, buys for him ice cream. Like that, they do a challenge every week.
oh, that's great. So remind me to give you ice cream once we go back to school. Yes, Khalid. Khalid Malki, do you have a question?
Can I present?
Yes, of course you can. Are you gonna share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Or can I send it to you?
You can do either. Whatever fits you. Okay, I'll be share again. Okay, until he sends us the presentation, let's take the absence. Abdulaziz Sana, is he with us? Abdulaziz, can you type in the chat? Can you raise your hand? Can you do anything? Just to tell us that you are with us, you're not playing or just leaving the computer or anything. And Muhammad Al Khayat has just joined us. Welcome back, Khayat. Why are you late?
I was scrolling through space.
Oh, that's very, very dangerous. And I'm very, really happy that you are still alive. Abdurrahman Al Saeed, Ahmed Al Barkan.
I said scrolling.
Yeah, I heard you. From space. علي فيصل خالد المالكي خالد العتيبي خالد الخليفة خالد العتيبي. Where is خالد العتيبي?
I sent the presentation.
Okay. مشعل الضوئي. محمد العتيبي، محمد الفالح، خياط، محمد رامي. Do we have محمد رامي? Okay. Osama, Saif, Saleh. Yes, Khalid, do you have a question? Or you are just raising your hand for the absent? Thamer. Okay, Thamer, Turkey, Zohair. Thamer is absent? Okay. Verbals and verbal phrases. Oh, that's nice.
Okay. I will read, okay? Or you're gonna skip through the pages.
No, start.
Okay. Verbal and verbal phrases. We're gonna talk about what are verbals and verbal phrases. So let's get started and learn about it.
Okay.
Verbals are verbs that act as another part of speech. Example, adjectives, adverbs, or nouns. Meanwhile, verbal phrases contains verbals as well as a couple of modifiers. Key factors such as sentence placement and suffixes will help you identify these amorphous verbs.
All right, great. So simply we're speaking about the verbals, and that those verbals, they act as another part of speech. Another part of speech, like adjective, like adverb, or even a noun. And that's a verbal. To include it within the title verbal phrase, meaning that it has a couple of modifiers. So it's not just one word. Types of verbals.
Okay, types of verbs. Present participle, which ends in ing. Past
Now,
participle, which ends in ed or en. And participle phrase, which is a present or past participle with modifiers.
nice, great. So simply, you have present participle, meaning that it ends in ing, like I am playing. Past participle ends in ed or en, like I have written or I had eaten. And the participle phrase will be either with the ing or the ed or the en, yet it contains some more modifiers. Those modifiers will help you to just make the phrase and mention that any of these phrases are not complete sentences. Examples.
Here are some examples. The blooming flowers in the vase are stunning. In this example, blooming is a verb that's acting as an adjective. It's described the noun flowers.
Great.
Another example, which is the elated dog wagged her tail. In this example, elated is a verb that's acting as an adjective. It's described the noun dog.
Awesome. Very awesome. So we have an ing here as a verb in present participle, and it acts like an adjective because it modifies or identifies the noun coming after it, which is flowers. And the same thing here is the elated dog. So elated is a past participle, yet it is used as an adjective to describe the noun after it. Very good.
These are some questions. The broken vase was irreparable or irreparable.
Irreparable means it was not be able to replaced or to be fixed again.
Can
So
someone answer it?
choose.
Okay.
And if he doesn't
Sen.
answer, then I'll just make him absent.
Sen.
Yes.
Answer question number 1.
The broken vase was irreparable. What is the question?
So find here the verbal or the verbal phrase, meaning that
Yes.
the verb here is used as another part of a speech, like an adjective or a verb or sorry, an adjective or an adverb. So
I
which
forget
verb?
what's the question. I only put questions, but I forget to put the.
Okay.
So it's irreparable.
Underline the
Okay,
verbal.
teacher. He said reparable. Press space.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I know, but of course.
Or verbal phrase.
I didn't understand the question, Thomas.
Okay, that's the question. Underline the verbal or the verbal phrase. A verbal or a verbal phrase is while using a verb in another part of the speech, like using a verb as an adjective or using the verb as an adverb.
Broken.
Bravo. So
Okay,
broken.
correct.
We use
You
by.
could press space.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
So we used broken here to describe the vase. So we used a verb as an adjective to describe a noun. Nice, Hassan. Very good.
Teacher, we have till next Thursday to make the project, right?
Yes, the project must be handed to me starting from next Sunday until Thursday. After Thursday, I will not accept any further.
When will we do the presentations?
The presentations will start from Monday until Thursday, according to those who have already given me the projects.
Thank you.
So Sunday we will just finish the reading comprehension. We will complete it. Flowers for Garnon, and from Monday we will start the presentations. And meanwhile, you can answer example number 2.
Okay.
Speaking oil. Sternly, the mother scalded her little boy.
Okay, I will pick Muhammad Ratib. Okay, he didn't answer. Can I pick you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, why not? So speaking very sternly, the mother scalded her little boy. So I have here speaking as a verb and some modifiers also, and they are just identifying how the mother was speaking. So they
That's
are
correct.
referring
Yep,
to
that's
the
correct.
way this sort of personality.
Just to note, question number 3, before H should be T, not he boy, the boy.
Oh, it's the boy. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know, but for me, for my the version of presentation in my computer, it has a T below the H. Before the H, I mean, sorry. But you don't have a T. I don't know why.
Yeah, here it is.
No,
The boy.
no, that's a correct one. Okay.
Yeah.
The boy, frightened by his mother's tone, decided never to do that again.
All right. So
Could I answer? Okay, this is the verb phrase.
So the boy decided never to do that again. How was the status of that boy? He was frightened by his mother's tone. So this is our verb phrase because this whole phrase describes how the boy acted or how was the boy. So it's just used as another part of speech. So we had frightened, which is a past participle, referring to the boy, which is a noun. So we used it here as a verb phrase. Great.
If you go to the last slide, there is icons, so ignore it, because I used the icons from the last slide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
That's nice, actually. You can include some of these during your presentation and add them to add some shapes. Excellent, excellent one. Thank you very
I really like the background of the presentation, Khalid.
Thank
you.
you.
Khalid and Muhammad Latif,
You're
you both of you did very, very well. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome, teacher.
Okay. So, did anyone else made the presentation? Muhammad Rami
Teacher,
Saidi.
can I ask a question?
Yes, Khalid.
The social presentation and English, when will it be?
The project presentations are gonna start from next week. The project,
Till Thursday?
yeah, starting from Monday till Thursday. And again, guys, you must hand out the presentation and send it to me by maximum Thursday. No further delay will be accepted. Okay? The last due date is Thursday. Mention that. So please give your presentation. For those who have already sent it to me, that's awesome. Very good. I'll check them. And for those who did not give the presentation, you must finish that maximum by next week. Okay? Mr. Muhammad Al-Falih, did you do your presentation? Ahmed Al-Barkan, did you do the presentation? Ali, come on, guys. نواف البلاع. Nawaf, can you answer me? Nawaf, if you can't open the mic, use
Okay.
if you can't open the mic, Nawaf, answer in the chat. I really don't see the point why you're not using your mic. Okay, guys, I believe there was a problem in page number 55. Some of you did not understand the subject complement, so we will just revise them today. So please open your books, page 55, so that we can revise them quickly. I believe Khaled and Muhammad Al-Ataibi and also Hussein will be excellent at that lesson because of their presentation. Actually, subject complement is the same as the verbal phrases. They are just like using adjectival and adjectival phrases. They are something within the sentence which gives us some identification of another thing. Yet, the subject complements have some problems, or not problems, some conditions. Their condition is that they must follow a linking verb. They must follow a linking verb. So first, let's speak about the linking verb. Do you remember the linking verb? What is the difference between a linking verb and an action verb?
A linking verb, can I answer quickly?
Yes, Muhammad.
A linking verb is like the verb like that's link the subject with the object or the subject with the
Yes, to what?
it's linked. What?
Give me an example.
Like we have, for example, Muhammad is a good person.
Muhammad is
He's a good person.
a good person. Great.
Right
Here,
here is the linking verb.
excellent.
And then it links between the subject and what you call the action verb.
Bravo.
And it links between like the subject or sometimes by the
The subject,
action verb or
not the
links.
adjective, but what identifies or modifies.
Okay.
Okay.
What
So you have here,
identify? Here Muhammad is the subject.
nice. Muhammad is a subject.
Is a linking verb.
The linking verb, and good person here. All of it tells us about Muhammad. Of course, good is an adjective, and person is the direct object. So both of them here are called.
Muhammad is a person.
Yes. So
Modifies
simply,
while Muhammad is a good or bad person, or modifies what like the properties of Muhammad.
okay, that's great. So simply, guys, here is here as a linking verb connected Muhammad to being a good person. The word person here gives me some extra information for the subject, which is Muhammad. So consequently, we call it, because it came after a linking verb, we call it a subject complement. So once you have a linking verb and you have a noun or an adjective after it, then the noun or the adjective after the linking verb is called a subject complement. Okay? Okay, Nawaf? Well, we all hope that, Thamir, actually. And why do you think that's called the opposite of good? Do you have any problem, Thamir? Have no hesitation. Ask whatever you want. Okay, so once again, to speak about the subject complement, we must know that we must first have a linking verb. A linking verb. So linking verb such as what? Such as verb to be.
That linking verb is or are or was, were or been or become or feeling.
All of this, am, is, are, was, were, pen. All of this is verb to be. We have verb to be. We can say that a verb is a linking one if we can replace it by verb to be. Like when I say, for example, Amir became angry. Amir became angry. No. So I have here the verb is what? The verb here became, right? So became here. Can I take it out and replace it by verb to be? If I can do that, then it's called a linking verb. If I cannot replace that verb with a form of verb to be, then it's action verb. So can I say I remove became and say was? Right or wrong? Hello? Can you still hear me? Is there a problem in the internet? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Okay, so once again, if we said that Thamir became angry, so if I replace became by was, will the sentence stay make sense? If it's correct, then became is a linking verb.
Screen frozen.
Green frozen, teacher.
Why didn't you just tell me that? I'll stop sharing and share again now. Can you see it? Can you see it, boys? Okay, that's great.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so again, we had here for example, we say that Thamir became angry, so we can replace that by what? And the sentence will still make sense, right? It's correct. So if it's correct, then became here is called a linking verb. On the other hand, when I say, for example, Muhammad played football. Here I have the verb is played. When I say Muhammad was football, the sentence here makes sense. Type in the chat, speak, do anything. Come on, dead people.
It makes sense, teacher.
It doesn't make any sense. Muhammad was football. It's impossible. So here
No,
I
it
cannot
makes sense.
replace.
No, it not makes sense.
So here,
Why?
action verb, not
Which
a linking
part
verb.
do you read?
The first one here, Thamir
Became angry.
angry. If I replaced became by was, then it will make sense. So it's called a linking verb. On the other hand, Muhammad played football. Consequently, I cannot replace played by was, and I say Muhammad was football. It's impossible. So played is an action verb, not a linking one. So once you see an action verb like am, is, are, was, were, became, feel, look, seem, smell, taste, turn, all of these verbs can be replaced by verb to be. Consequently, directly look to the noun after them. If you have a noun, then you will make a predicate noun. If you have an adjective after them, then you will have the predicate adjective. Ali. Ali is a poet. Ali is smart. So in this case, we have the same subject, Ali. We have the same linking verb, is, and after is. I have one time a noun and another time I have what? An adjective, smart. So at the first place, because you have here a noun after the linking verb, it's called the predicate noun. And here, because we have an adjective after the linking verb, it's called predicate adjective. Okay, so a noun after the linking verb gives you the predicate noun. An adjective after the linking verb gives you the predicate adjective. All right. So predicate noun is the noun that is following the linking verb in order to give you extra information about the subject, or describing or identifying or even renaming the subject. And the predicate adjective comes also after the linking verb, yet it describes the subject of the sentence. Okay, and we will solve the next session. Did you understand now? I hope that you understood the lesson, and if you have any question, have no hesitation to contact me.